All right. Well, wow. Beautiful attendance today. Hi, Sharon. Good to see you, Bart and Judy. Uh, Beautiful day today. Okay, so today we're talking about how to age gracefully. We're talking about a subject, a huge subject, probably the biggest subject. It's aging or how to stay young. And Taoism and Chinese medicine were like the a really powerful uh, place to look at for answers or for direction, and practices that developed over millennia, uh, researches, text, you name it. Just there's so much material, and in this conversation, we might stretch it over a few weeks. There's a lot to talk about, but at least this talk, I'm just gonna kind of touch on in general strokes on the subject in general areas, and I hope to get you inspired, but not only inspired, but to give you like uh, concrete resources to go about it, to like implement some ideas from Chinese medicine, from Taoism around this subject of aging and longevity, which is in the forefront of Taoism and Chinese medicine, actually. So, my name is Eli Cohen. Thank you so much for joining me. If you are on YouTube Live, thank you for coming. If you are seeing it on YouTube, please click subscribe or hit the bell button if you would like to get notification on this Chi Talks. This talk is also going to be transcribed into the podcast called Awaken the Healer Within. Very happy to have everybody here joining me. And this is really a way to spread the word of health and healing, and really get acquainted for so many people that are not familiar with Chinese medicine principles and way of life, to expose people that you can heal yourself. Health is not something that you have to go to the doctor to heal yourself. You can heal yourself by changing your lifestyle, by actually living more happy, more fulfilled. And this is something that is so integrated into Chinese culture. And we are here in the West, are we are under the Western medicine, which is great for if you're getting sick sometimes. But in terms of living a fuller, healthy life and full of energy, Western medicine is not the place to go. It wasn't designed for it. So let's start with a little bit of a mindfulness practice, if you will. Opening Chi Talk ceremony. So if you will, please close your eyes. And as you close your eyes, you enter the body. Just feel the body can travel through different areas in the body. And just feel different sensation in different parts of the body. You can feel the breath, you can feel the heartbeat, you can feel some areas feel hot or cold or pain or different things. Just open to all of it, regardless if you like it or not, regardless of the label that you put on this is good, this is bad. Just open to everything, to the aliveness of this body and all the different sensation. And just see if you can connect with that aliveness without the label. Aliveness is aliveness. The chi is flowing in your body and manifests itself in different ways. And as an explorer, when you take this glasses of the explorer and you look with curiosity and awe, and gratitude, regardless of the label, the body starts to heal itself. When you make friends with this body, regardless of the label, of this sensation is good or this sensation is not good, you discover the magnificent. And just feel the feet touching on the floor, feel the earth beneath you. And this force of the earth is an amazing force that puts your body together and allow yourself to feel empowered, embodied, grounded, to bring a sense of self-confidence and power, and bring shape to your physical structure, actually, that force called gravity. So align yourself with gravity, align the spine with gravity in a way that when you sit here, you don't feel like you need to hold yourself, but rather being held by the earth and the chair beneath you. See if you can soften the body, erect the spine to find a place of effortless. Effortless with your posture. And as you soften the body, you might feel that things are starting to unwind. Maybe you have some rocking and swaying as you're really soft. Lao Tzu, yeah, the father of Taoism, used to say or said that softness and flexibility is the way of life, is the way to life. Hardness and rigidity is the way of death. So softness, flexibility, and suppleness. Open your body, not only to the earth, but to the horizon, to all the energy around you. Just be receptive. And as you take a breath in, allow the universal energy, the sun, the sky, the trees, the lakes, to permeate your body. All the energy. As we start to soften, we start to feel more alive and harmonize ourselves with the universal energy that is always abundant and flowing. Find a place of stillness and aliveness at the same time. Connecting to everything. Nice. And from here, let's open our eyes gently. Beautiful. Thank you so much for joining us. So let's start by talking about aging from, from a Western perspective. A Western medicine is built upon the allopathic. It's called allopathic medicine. Allo in Latin is the other. So we always engage in a type of a war. Yeah, we have bad bacteria, we take antibiotic, we have acid, we take anti-acid. People have cancer, we try to kill the cancer cells. So we always engaging in a war. There's the good and the bad, and also our culture. If you go to a movie in Hollywood, there's always the good guys and the bad guys, and there's a war, and the good guys win. So the yin and the yang are not really a place of finding harmony. It's a place of engaging in a war to No. In Chinese medicine, we say that the yin and the yang are just, there's no, from the philosophic perspective, we're not engaging in a war, we're trying to find a balance. There's always cancer cells in the body, there's always bad bacteria in the body, but we are healthy always, unless something goes out of balance. The cancer cells grow too much because there's no balance. Yeah, it was amazing to me when I started to, when I first exposed to Qigong, to see people heal from cancer through a medical Qigong practice very quickly. In few months, people were at a different stage of cancer. How do we find so in Chinese medicine is about finding balance internally, and age, and also in aging, we are talking about anti-aging, like antibiotic. We are trying to fight the effect of aging. We are masking the symptom. We're doing facelifts, we are doing this and that, cosmetic surgery. We're trying to mask fight the aging in the symptoms of how it appears in the body. In Chinese medicine, we look a little deeper into what is aging about, and what and try to find balance, yeah, within ourselves. It's not that we're not going to die. Everybody is going to die. This is part of the universe, part of the cycle. Everything is always changing. The physical body diminishes, and as the physical body diminishes, in Taoist we say that the spirit actually gets strengthened. So over time, with aging, with maturity, you're actually getting wiser, you're getting more confident, you're getting more tolerant and more resilient over time. Over years, you have more life experience, so you actually have a lot of you gaining much more strength. And we can use that wisdom, that strength, this understanding of what's happening in the body, in the physical body, in order to strengthen the body. So eventually, the process of not it's not about fighting aging, is about understanding what's happening in the body in terms of the Jing, the Qi, and the Shen, in order to strengthen it. Yeah, and in Chinese medicine, longevity is very highly regarded. Yeah, and Taoist priests throughout the years, there's recorded that lived a very, very long life, much more, over 100. And so we want to learn what is it that we're talking about, and all these guidelines of how to go about maturity is all written in text. There's practices about longevity, and it's important to understand how, as we get older, we can strengthen the physical body. What is happening as we age? So we have to understand two things. The first one is prenatal chi and postnatal chi. The prenatal chi is energy that you were born with, and it's connected with your kidney essence energy, and we call this Jing. Yeah. So you're born with some energy, yeah, from your ancestry, and that's the prenatal chi. It's called Jing, and it's associated with the kidney. The kidney are connected with what we call your life force energy, your strength, and the kidney is connected to your sexual organs, and all the hormonal balance, and that's the prenatal chi. You can look at the kidney as a savings account, and then the postnatal chi is as your checking account. So you have like a bank with two accounts. One is checking account and saving account. And now, as you grow older, so hold on, let's find out what is the postnatal chi first. So the postnatal chi is energy that you get, that is always available to you. You get it through breath, through food, through water, yeah, through communication with other people, communication with the world outside. So it's energy that you get from, just think about it. You're hungry, you're eating, you get energy. That's postnatal chi. You're thirsty, you're drinking, you feel better. Yeah, you got more energy. You got a good conversation with somebody. Yeah, you're happy. You're going on vacation. You get more energy. That's postnatal chi. Yeah. So postnatal chi. So so what happened in aging is that the kidney chi is when we mature, you can deplete the kidney chi and the kidney energy, the savings account. So you don't want to draw from your savings account. We want to have enough checking account, and so you always circulating the checking account. You don't want to draw from the savings account, because that's your longevity. If you overdraw from your from so that's what associated with aging. Yeah. So we see it, how it's manifesting itself in reality, in the jing depletion is loss of a bone strength, thinning of the hair, fatigue. Yeah, people don't have enough energy anymore. The bones are brittle, shrinkage of sexual organs, um, general fatigue. Um, think about it, a time that you haven't slept good, like few days you haven't slept really good. How do you feel? You feel like you can even the light outside is too bright for you, right? And you feel like very fatigued. So that's the kidney chi. The kidney is being charged at sleep time, at night time. So one way to kind of understand what happened in aging when the kidney depleted over time is by like if you didn't sleep very well for like a whole night and you wake up very groggy, you're stressed out easily, you grumpy, yeah, you feeling fatigue, right? All these things, and you're feeling even aches. Yeah, so that's the kidney depletion. And you can always charge up the kidney. Yeah. So what would charge up the kidney? So what we want to do as we get to older, not too old, but over time, we learn, and this is part of everybody's practice, to learn how to work with the postnatal chi, so you don't have to draw on the on the kidney chi. And so how we do it in few things. In diet, breathing exercise is very important. In exercise, how to exercise, and sexual energy practices. We'll talk a little bit about that. We might divide it in a few talks. Maybe we'll talk about it next time. There's a lot to talk about. And Chinese herbs that support kidney function, and kidney tonification herbs. So this is the things that you want to know. And the first thing, we can start with a diet. Uh, we want to focus on a lot of vegetables and fruits, a lot of a lot of fresh stuff, and that will really support your chi. A lot of fiber, not a lot of fat. There's actually some longevity Taoist practices that say to refrain from grains, to not eat a lot of grains, and to and so and actually not a lot of protein. I know that our Western diet is obsessed with getting a lot of protein, but actually not a lot of protein. A lot of micronutrients, a lot of vegetables and fruits, fresh things, and not a lot of grains, and low fat and high fiber. In terms of how to eat, is the first meal should be more bigger, and as you go through the day, the last meal should be usually no meat. Yeah, mostly vegetarian diet. We also talk only 10% meat. So this is the Taoist longevity diet. 10% meat. The last meal of the day is the smallest meal. No, it's really quite the opposite. If you think about it, everybody goes to dinner and having like this lavish dinner, right? When do you eat the biggest meal? Dinner time, right? Big steak, and then you go to sleep with a huge steak in your stomach. so so these are longevity practices. In terms of that, you have to understand and incorporate these lifestyle. Otherwise, if a poor diet would lead to too much stress on the internal organs. So as we age, the internal organs get stressed out with food, with environmental toxins, with emotional toxins like stress, and to reduce that, one thing we're just talking about the first thing, which is diet, how to eat not poorly so it doesn't have waste, accumulation of waste, and taxing and aging the internal organs. So a big steak before bed would really not be good over time. And this is so mostly vegetarian diet, high fiber, low fat, a lot of fresh fruits and vegetables would be really supporting the postnatal chi. So that's one thing. That's diet. The other thing is breathing practices. Now this is very powerful. You have to understand that a lot of keeping your body youthful is the ability to remove toxins from your body efficiently. And if you look at the body and what is the biggest organ that remove toxins from the body is the lungs. The lungs remove 70% of all toxins from the body. Breathing practices are so important to oxygenate the body. I said it many times, I said it again. There's a doctor got a Nobel Prize for proving that cancer cells do not grow in an oxygen-rich environment. It's only people that are mal-oxygenated, chronic stress, the shallow breathing, would develop any ailments. So stress is really a source of internal inflammation. Stress is all the emotions of worry, anger, fear, and sadness. Yeah, agitation, frustration, all this irritability. So that's very important to understand that your emotional state is very important for your lung function. So breathing practices are very, very important. Daily practice, because we know now also that between the age of 30 and 50, you lose 50% of your lung capacity. So you actually don't absorb the same amount of chi from the air, from the oxygen as you used to when you were prior to 30. So, but not qigong practitioner or some yogis. Why? Because we learn how to increase lung capacity. How to do that? If you want to learn, and a lot of you guys know it already, but for anybody that wants to know, what are the breathing practices that boost your natural, lung capacity, your original lung capacity? You can look. My product, it says longevity breathing. Yeah, there's a whole workshop, longevity breathing. It teaches you how to breathe. Or like there's a Wei Qi breathing or guardian energy breathing. It's the same. It's the same type of breath. It's a breath that reduces stress, and you have to practice it daily. So that's the first type of postnatal chi. If you talk about a postnatal energy, we talk about food, drink, good conversation with a friend. But the first thing would be the breath. That's the first thing. The first thing that if you don't get food for many days, you're still gonna still alive. But if you don't get air for 2 minutes, it's done. So breath is the most important. Oxygen is the most important thing for postnatal chi. And Taoist longevity practice put a lot of attention on breathing technique. Breathing technique for increasing lung capacity and breathing technique for purification. And that's another subject, purification, and how to purify the internal organs, so there's a lot of practices around that. In terms of diet, the recommended practices is to have, in Taoist literature, it's all written, is to have 1 day a week as a fasting day, and each year to do fasting for few days. So once a week fasting for a day, a lot of people don't do it. There's a lot of talks about now in health practices to do intermittent fasting, which is really good. It's really great if you can do that. Lengthen the time that you don't eat. That purifies the body. That allows the liver to regenerate. Actually, if you have a severe liver issue, all you need to do is stop eating and the liver would regenerate itself. It's pretty phenomenal. You can read about. So when you stop eating, only drinking water, nothing else, there's all these organs are getting a chance to, because food is, it's a lot of there's a lot comes with it. It's very hard to take a to take energy that is external to you and make it part of you. Yeah, it's a very it's a strong process that is going. There's a lot of energy going into it. Taking an apple from the tree, and then after a few hours, it's going to be part of your DNA. It's a lot. so so purification is seen as a part of breathing techniques, and there's breathing techniques for purifying the organs. If you're curious about some of this, come to Good Night Qigong. We do internal organ washing. This is a new technique I introduced in Good Night Qigong. Or if you're a Chi Break subscriber, you can actually look at the recording. Internal organ washing. You're washing the organs by using a certain technique of breathing, and that's a purification breathing technique. And it's beautiful. It's so beautiful and calming. So purification. So we talk about diet, breathing techniques. You have longevity breathing. You have purification. Yeah, and so the other thing is exercise, is movement practice. In movement practice, you have to understand what would be a movement practice that supports your health. And a lot of time, a lot we're talking about, it depends what age you are. Yeah, and when you're young, you want to have something that is more agile and strong. When you are in a middle age, you want to have something that an exercise practice, but is more harmonizing and nourishing. And as you go into older age, you want to have movement practices more relaxing and meditative. So as you age, you actually the movement practice would be a little bit more relaxed, and that would actually give you much more energy than if you strain and do something very agile. So in later in life, the Qigong, what we do in class, would be very good for supporting your health, because it reduces stress, it lowers the breathing, the breath is deeper, and it focuses on working on the natural lubricant of the joint, all this stuff. The Qigong would be a beautiful practice for kind of more like a mature practice, and to reduce stress. A lot of people healing through Qigong, even young. I remember being in the medical Qigong as a student, and there's a lot of people in all ages that were diagnosed with cancer or this or that, and some of them were 20 years old, some of them 30 years old, and the Qigong just worked across the board on everybody. It's really nice because it's relaxing stress, it's getting into a meditative, and you can do internal healing as you move. It's a beautiful, beautiful practice to heal your body. So this is this is in terms of practice of exercise. Yeah. So in general, we want to use our wisdom and our resilience and our life experience to release stress, to reduce stress. Yeah, we've seen it. We've been there. We know that everything is actually okay. If we're not so young that everything that comes into manifest into our life, any life circumstance will get us all pent up. And yeah, we have, when you're getting older, you can look through the years and see, have a perspective. So a little problem or a little issue or something that is going on, uh, if you look at the time perspective, it's just another story. And so we want to use our wisdom to see how can we kind of get out of our trigger and look at the bigger picture and see if we can through our life experience reduce stress, because that's the most important thing. If we're talking about breath, talking about postnatal chi, yeah, stress really taxes the kidney. It really taxes that savings account. So you want to sleep good at night. Very important for kidney chi. You want to do exercise that support kidney energy. Yeah, you want to eat a diet that does not tax the kidney. And high protein diets would tax kidney. So it's like it's very important to kind of, so let's I think this is already going a lot, so we might continue this a little bit, but this is kind of like a big strokes over um, this whole paradigm of aging. There's actually much more. You know, the Taoists talk about immortality, and it's a big. I wanted to also talk, maybe next time we'll talk about aging in perspective of lifetimes and how we see the bigger picture. So let's pause here and see if there anybody has some questions or some insights. Um, what do we think? Hey, Carla, yeah, go ahead.
Thank you. This is so wonderful. And I want to do that organ washing. I want to learn it, but I live on the East Coast and it's too late to do good night Qigong because I go to bed early. So I wonder if we could ever do organ washing and the healing Qigong on Thursdays because that's the one I can get to that.
Oh yeah, we can do that. Yeah, we can do that. Yeah, we can do some organ washing. I hope you're not gonna fall asleep because it's very, it's
Oh, it
very.
makes you relax. It's very relaxing.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
that's
let's do it.
good.
Yeah, yeah, let's do it. We'll do organ washing that. And you know, and again, if you're a Chi Break subscriber, you can always watch the recording of Goodnight Qigong and do it. I know a lot of people are doing it already. But yeah, we'll do it.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah, thank you. Anybody else wants to share or ask? Yeah, Bart. Hey.
Okay, hello.
Mm-hmm.
Um, want to say one thing. I know a few people in their 70s and 80s, and I find that they are look very, very young. And so I asked them, "How come that you look so young?" And most of them say, "I don't eat sugar. I don't eat refined sugar." So that's
Mm.
one thing I wanted to to say. And I got a question also. Um, how so we are talking about how to keep the body young.
Mm-hmm.
How do we keep our spirit young
Oh, beautiful.
with qigong?
With Qigong, yeah. So the spirit in Qigong, that's a beautiful question. And what's beautiful is that we see the internal organs and emotional energy and spiritual energy as really, there's no separation in Chinese medicine. So the spirit in that context would connect to the heart. The spirit reside in the heart. So bad circulation that is happening through old age also related to heart energy. So lifting the spirit is very important. It's about emotional energy. It's about happiness. It's about living, being fulfilled, living a fulfilled life, and connecting to the heart, giving and receiving love, and living with joy, laughing, smiling, you know, doing things that lifting up your heart, experiencing new experiences, you know, going to some stuff that you are afraid from but you want to do, you know, um, having new experience in life that lifts that lifts your heart and challenge you a little bit. So all these are going to be really good for keeping the spirit alive. You know, Lao Tzu is literally means the old master, the old revered master, but it also means the wise child. So so there's a lot of a lot of things that in Chinese medicine, as you get older, you want to become more like a child. You want to become the curiosity. You look in an old master age, you see the eyes of a child. You see the light in somebody's eyes, and that's the spirit. The spirit shining through the eyes. We say that a person has a light in their eyes, and the light in their eyes is the energy of curiosity of a child, somebody that's still excited about life and live life to the fullest. And in a lot of ways, Chinese medicine see that as something that's very, very important. How we age, as we become older, we're actually going and becoming, through our life experience, through our wisdom, we're developing this childlike, you know, keeping youthful in our heart, and that shines through the eyes. That's the spirit. Very beautiful. And
Thank you.
and you see that in old cultures, also in China, you see old people everywhere on the street. You know, you go sometimes here in the West, and you don't see old people. They're all in old houses, homes. You know, they're not part of the community. You know, where in older culture, the old people are revered as you know, they're very respected. And but on a personal level, this is what you keep your spirit alive. And when your heart is open and connected, the blood, the actually circulation is better. There's the, you know, problems like neuropathy or low circulation or heart problem. If you do it, you can heal it from emotions. You know what I mean? So you don't, as a all connected. Thank you, Bart. I hope that that answers some.
Yes, definitely. Thank you.
This is beautiful stuff. Yeah, Gail. Oh, you are not on. You're muted.
Okay,
Yeah.
this is a subject near to my heart because of, yeah, my age, but rather than, okay, gosh, it's such a big subject, Ellie, and I'm so glad you're addressing it. Number one, when I was younger, I would never have approached Qigong because I was like dancing and out there and whatever. And as I aged, I changed. But I never wanted to look old. I never wanted to be hungover and crabby and whatever. And I think the main aspect of preventing aging is a sense of play and curiosity, because first, and also because you're so cute. That was one of the major draws. When I saw you, I took a look at your little Poonam and I went, oh man, I want to see what he's got going on. And that's the truth. And so I started Qigong, and I love listening to you because I may have licenses in therapy and psychology and all of that, which is now in a manila envelope because I need that, like I need another hole in my head. But I'm interested in you. I'm interested in everybody here because we all have something to share and to give. And because this is your forum and not mine, although I am lit, baby, I am lit.
Okay, good. Oh,
Even in the face of and in the depth of darkness, you, every one of you, can be a beacon of light. And that's what we are for each other. What's brighter, the light or the mirror that reflects it? And we're all mirrors of each other. Bless you all.
oh, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Thank you, Gail. Wow. You just rocked it here. Beautiful. Yeah, it's a beautiful subject. It's a big subject, and I'm glad to get you inspired, and do the practices and really walk the walk. And you know what we're talking about: diet, breathing practices, exercises, stress, how to manage it, and really work on yeah, lifting up the spirit. Thank you, Bart, for your question around the spirit and the heart chi, because that is the juice of life. All right, guys. So we might continue this, talk about the subject of a little longer and different kind of uh, uh, look at it. Let's close it for now, if you will, with a little bit of a meditation. Uh, yeah, let's close our eyes, please, and um let's actually, what? Why don't we do some heart practice? Because we're talking about the heart, and let's just rub our hands together. Yeah, just rub our hands together. Create some chi. The palms are where the heart meridian ends, and that's a universal symbol of gratitude, appreciation, putting the palms together. And it's because the heart meridian is closed from the heart to the hand to the other hand to the heart. So that's a beautiful, and you feel the heat. There's the fire in the heart, the passion and love. And let's take this energy and hold it around the heart. Just put it around the heart. Close your eyes. It's just like you holding a little ball between there's three edges for this ball. One is the left hand, the other one is the right hand, and the third is your heart center, your body. So there's like a three side chi ball. And there's much more energy here than in putting the hands directly on the heart. Because here you are connecting with the not only just the physical, but also the energetic. Yeah. When the hand touch the skin, it's physical to physical. When we are a little bit away, there's actually more energy. We are tapping into the unseen energy. Yeah, we have the physical and we have the energetic, the hidden. And the hidden is the emotion, is the spiritual. And just smile into this energy center. And breathe deeply. Make more space inside of the heart center. Swirl the energy in the heart center. And just go into this zone of like just what we talked about. What experience, what life experience you'd like to experience today, a month from now, a few months from now. What would be something that you'd like to experience? Something maybe that you haven't done before, something that would be exciting, playful, and maybe somewhat challenging. Doesn't have to be. Something you desire. Daydreaming is very good for the spirit and the kidney. Yeah. And let's bring the hands closer and eventually touch the heart center. So touch skin, the hands to the heart, and massage the heart. Feel the heat of the hands on the center here of the heart. And feel your love, the energy of your big heart. And bring to mind a beautiful experience you had in the past, like an experience that was uplifting and playful and joyful and inspiring. Something in the past can be a year from now or 20 years ago, a year ago or 20 years ago, that was very significant in a positive way. And just back these, bring back that experience. And another experience, maybe another one. Could be a special one, or it could be just swimming in the ocean, or being in a concert, or whatever it is. And coming back to this chair and this time, and appreciating this moment. Nice. Let's open the hands, open the eyes. Beautiful. Thank you guys so much for this. Yeah. All right. Well, that was amazing. I really love this subject. Thank you so much for joining and adding so much juice into this conversation. I know a lot of people are watching it. I'm getting the reports. So thank you for you guys to support this and to allow this to happen for the sake of everybody that's getting any benefit from this. And yeah, that join class, learn the breathing technique, learn, incorporate all these all what we talked about today into your life, and yeah, have a good saving account and good checking account. Thank you guys so much.